in my last video, about like a day ago, I posted about how YouTube's new AI policy is garbage and stupid. And I made a few key points, like how YouTube is not a banking account, so they shouldn't even be doing this. And secondly, how AI is not human and therefore can only copy and paste what humans do, but not exactly learn like human beings do. I was actually mentioned by @wolfen_craft, who had over like 2K subscribers, that mentioned how I actually made common sense on my take of YouTube's new policy. And I really want to thank them for doing that. That is super kind of you. Thank you @wolfen_craft. But in this video, I want to mention about YouTube's other AI policy, which is if you use AI, like generated AI slop as a way of content, you will not be getting paid for it, even if you're a subscriber or like a YouTuber who has over 10K subscribers. Now, if you're wondering how YouTube's payment works, you have to be over 10K subscribers to at least earn like money, and you earn money based on per view you have for each video. And I believe you get paid around like $2 or $3 to like $20 per view. That makes a lot of money when you're using YouTube as like a career job, like a full-time job that you use. But last night, I was thinking to myself, I had a question. Will big YouTubers in the YouTube community will be under this same policy as everyone else, or will they be getting the pretty princess pass because they bring a bunch of money into YouTube? Now, YouTubers like Markiplier, FGTV, and MrBeast have been using a lot of AI in their recent videos, and I wanted to discuss that as a person who is against AI, more specifically, an artist who's against AI. These people shouldn't be even using AI because guess what? They're rich and they can pay an animator or an artist themselves to kind of make art for them, not in the same way as AI can. But yet, they treat AI as a joke, as something that's not like dangerous to human beings. But it is dangerous. Now, just a second ago, I mentioned how YouTube is not a banking account. And banking accounts usually hold a lot of personal information, like your credit card information, your date of birth, like everything that is important to own a banking account and a credit card or a debit card, and hold an online banking account that you put your savings into, your taxes, your rent, anything that you can do to save your money or give out payments. With what YouTube is doing should be illegal, because it is. It most likely has to be illegal for YouTube to be doing this, because for one, YouTube is not a banking app of any sorts. It only has you link a Gmail to like a YouTube account, so that way you can have a YouTube account to sign up and watch videos. So therefore, it should be completely unnecessary why they even have this AI detection thing in the first place. And in my unfortunate guessing of YouTube's like weird thing with the popular YouTubers, they won't give any consequences to these big popular YouTubers, unlike small content creators or viewers. Because guess what? These said YouTubers that are big in the YouTube community bring in lots of money into YouTube, which then gives them like this sort of pass that they don't have to like be given the same treatment as others. And I hate how Markiplier jokes about AI and uses ChatGPT on a daily basis. And like his brother is an artist. And I don't even know why they are even joking about this like it isn't dangerous. Because it totally is dangerous to society. AI releases a lot of chemicals and possibly carbon into water and the air, which damages the habitat. And guess what? AI is soulless. It cannot think like human beings, and it cannot show emotion like human beings. It is not as complex or emotional or even downright smart enough with writing or reading or even drawing and music making or any of that stuff in the real world, because it's only made up of code. It can only be made up of code. It cannot show emotion, and it can't even it can't think like humans can, because it can only copy and paste what humans can do. AI can learn from humans, but it's not as smart as human beings. And that is a very important point to be said, because AI can only copy, but not learn like humans can. And therefore, there should be a lot of legal requirements for AI to be used in society, because it cannot help with the development of any company. It will just worsen it. Sure, you can program to have an AI be reflective like a human, but then again, it's only reflective like a human because it has code to be reflective and complex as a human, but it cannot go deeper into that complexity or any type of smarts or complexity it has. It can only copy from what a human can do and steal the coding, the data of what humans can do to be put into its own database or even box, and just copy what humans can do without actually learning anything aside from just stealing it. AI is not smart. It is not as smart as humans are, and I'm ashamed that some people think it is. I have seen people complain about the usage of character AI and the bot's problem with not being able to understand simple concepts or remember simple things or even do the simplest of math problems. And that's because AI cannot learn. It only copies on what it sees, what the data says. And that is a big problem for people. As an artist myself, I do not want any type of AI being used for any of my artwork or any other person's artwork, because then it will only copy what it is seeing and what it is stealing. And no artist should be not protesting this. They shouldn't be accepting of this. They shouldn't even be asked if their art could be used to train AI. Because AI is only just stealing what it sees. It can only steal the database and the codes of what it sees, but it cannot learn like an actual human being. And I'm disappointed in people who think AI can actually do this when it cannot. It can only copy what it sees. And this is going to bring down a bunch of other companies, because simply, why do people need AI detectors detecting if they're under the age of 18? There's no reason for them to be doing that unless it's an actual reason for simply the safety of people or minors or teenagers. But then again, there's not a lot of safety with that, because children don't know what the P word is, and they don't even know anything about Rule 34. And why is this only applied to 3 English-speaking countries? 3 countries that their main languages is English. I am disappointed in YouTube for doing this, because if they're gonna set this policy up, they should set it up for all countries. Take Japan, for example. Japan has a huge problem with pedophiles and other people pretending to be young minors that are like attracted to young people. And it's a huge problem. Japan has a lot of R-word rates, SA rates, like S-word rates, and P-word rates that should be taken seriously. And India also has this problem too. Both countries have like a lot of like SA and R-word rates that should be taken seriously. And this like new YouTube policy should be inflicted on those countries for how bad those rates are. And I understand, like, the rates are not going to be zero in any other country, but when it's very high in those specific countries, that policy should definitely be used in that said country. Because listen, YouTube, if this policy is going to be up, it should be used for all types of countries, not just 3 countries. And I get what some people might say, because like, oh well, Canada is another English-speaking company. Well, Canada also has Canadian French. Like, Canada is like 90% English-speaking, I believe, and the other 10% is like Canadian French. But still, this policy shouldn't be held in only 3 English-speaking countries. It should be held in most countries, especially ones that like have a huge problem with like people pretending to be under the age of 18 and luring like young people into these horrible situations. So it should either be policy for all countries or just no policy at all. Or even better yet, it should be a policy that is used with humans instead of AI. And I'm sad to say that these big YouTubers will support this usage of AI because they realize that they have the money to like pay for AI to like use it, and they will get sponsored by AI and will hook other people up into AI, because like when they pay like a fraction of their money, they won't lose any of it, because simply to put it, they are rich. They are rich in money, and they don't have to worry about AI because they are going to support it and they will use it because they know it will benefit them as like people, as like big content creators. And it sucks for that to happen as a whole entire society. So in conclusion, I just want to know, are big YouTubers like Markiplier, MrBeast, and FTTV will be under both of these like policies like everyone else, or will they be given pretty princess treatment of, oh well, they're big popular YouTubers who very much loved and are given positive messages, and they also bring money into us, so they'll be given the pass this type of treatment from YouTube? Because I simply want to know, and if I want to know, then I want to get an answer. And to anyone else, I want to hear your opinions about this, whether or not if YouTubers are going to be given this treatment too, or if like they're just going to be like kicked under the rug, or just like not be given this treatment at all, unlike other people. And I want to know any other types of opinions on like this situation too, like what I mentioned in this past video and my latest video, since it's only been like a day since I like posted my last video on like YouTube's new AI policy. So thank you, good night, good evening, good morning, and I hope you have a good day or night. And like, I'm hoping that this message will at least get around to YouTube and they'll get rid of this policy for good.